So the frontside 50-50, probably the most advanced thing and the most difficult thing I've ever attempted up to this date in skateboarding. And it's something I'm just really struggling with at the moment, and I just can't seem to really do it. So in order to conquer this trick, I realized that the best way to learn this is just to learn it in different parts rather than just going into it and trying to do everything all at once. So each time I'm in the skate park, I'm just going to focus on one of these three things. And then eventually I'll be really comfortable at all three parts of the trick, and then I'll be able to master the frontside 50-50. I think it's finally time to say goodbye to my skateboarding shoes. They're starting to get holes like in the side here, and it's like ripping through like towards my socks. So I've got two options. So these are the old ones here, and I can either skate in the exact same pair of shoes, but just a newer version of them, which won't like rip or anything. Or I can try these ones out. Yeah, so maybe I'll wear these ones today to break in, just to see how they feel. And if I don't like them, I'll just go back to my regular pair of the Adidas Supercourts. So I've got the new shoes on, and I'm going to try do some ollies, so test them out with some ollies. To be completely honest, the shoes feel a little bit like chunky. They feel kind of big, so mainly because I've never skated any other shoe except for Adidas Supercourts. So I need to probably just get used to them a bit more before I do anything else. Okay, so today I'm going to be trying some 50-50s again. I think like a few weeks ago I started doing 50-50s on a very small ledge, but I didn't have much luck, so I guess I'm going to try those again and just see how I go. Because it's been a few days now and I've broken into the new shoes, so they're feeling a lot more comfortable and I can start getting my ollies much higher again. So as you know, this is the ledge I'm going to be trying out. I'm going to do 50-50 the side here. But obviously I won't be able to get into it straight away because I need a bit of practice in order to get the 50-50. So what I'm going to try is I'm going to practice some ollies, but instead of ollieing up it from this side, I'm going to just ollie onto the ledge from sideways. Okay, I think I know what I'm struggling with, and that is that just ollie onto it sideways, because ollieing onto that ledge just straightways is like perfectly fine. I can do that, but when approaching it from the side, it just feels so unnatural to me, and I can't really jump forward in a way to ollie onto it sideways. It's just all about timing and practice really, so I'm just going to keep trying that. So probably for the rest of today I'm just going to keep on doing that over and over again until I at least get somewhere with it. I've been learning how to do 50-50s for like a while now, because if you look at my previous videos you'll see when I first started to learn them, and even up to now I'm like really struggling on like very small curbs. So I've set myself a challenge, and that challenge is by Go Skateboarding Day 2024 I must successfully do a frontside 50-50 on a ledge. And no, this doesn't mean doing a 50-50 on that little mani pad curb thing. By Go Skateboarding Day, I must do a frontside 50-50 on a decent sized ledge. Like, I even went to the extreme of bringing my tape measure into the skate park, just so I can see how high each ledge is and how high I need to get my ollie, just, you know, so I can see what I'm working with. So it looks like the smallest ledge I could find was roughly about 30 centimeters, and I'll put a clip on the screen right now so you can see what the ledge looks like. So yeah, the challenge has been set, and by Go Skateboarding Day, that ledge right there, I'm going to successfully frontside 50-50 it. You're probably thinking, why am I adding a deadline to goals? Like, why don't I just skate and have fun with it? Well, the thing is, setting deadlines for goals is something I really enjoy doing, because it just makes my progress a lot more efficient, and it makes me, you know, just always have something to work towards. So the clock's ticking, the race starts now. You've heard it here first, I'm going to successfully do a frontside 50-50 on that ledge right there. So as you know, this whole entire series is just me documenting my skateboard progress from being a complete beginner into one day a future pro. So I just like to think of this as just a little side quest on my mission towards being a pro skateboarder. So enough's been said, now it's time to get back to the video. So I'm going to try this instead. Maybe this will help me. For the 50-50, I need to be obviously getting onto this side here. So maybe I'm going to ollie straight up it, but like from here. So basically what I'm trying to say is I'm just working my way closer and closer towards the end of the curb, because I started off here and I'm really confident with doing it there. So I'm just going to try and do the same thing, ollie up it, but do it here. And then eventually I'll get more and more confident, and then I'll be able to ollie up the very edge of it. But for now, I think I'll be able to just do it here. To be completely honest, I blame the shoes. Like, the brand new shoes, they're not the best of the shoes, and I really said like they feel quite heavy and quite chunky on my feet. So maybe I will try out some different shoes, because my ollies should definitely be better than that. Like when I was with my old shoes before they ripped, I was getting much higher ollies than that, and now all of a sudden it's like my progress has gone back. So I might have to get some better shoes, to be honest, because I know myself I'm more than capable to be ollieing stuff like that, but for some reason it's not being too good, to be honest. Actually, right now I'm just gonna do some flat ground ollie practice with the new shoes, just for a final test. So as you can see, number one on there is the pop. So I need to get like a really strong pop now, so I can start getting my ollies a lot higher, because like I said before, the ledge that I'm targeting is roughly about 30 centimeters. So before I even attempt to get onto the ledge, I need to be able to get a 30 centimeter ollie. The second thing I've included on my list is the grind. So with the grind, this is something completely new to me, because I've never really like worked with ledges before, and I've never had to really grind my trucks onto something. So this will probably be the most difficult part of it, because first of all I have to pop the board, and then second of all I have to pop into a position so that my trucks are like leveled out perfectly, so I can lock into that 50-50. So I've seen a few tutorials and like videos online on how people have learned 50-50s, and they've recommended ways how to practice grinding the board and getting in position and locking your trucks in. So in the coming weeks and my upcoming videos leading up to Go Skateboarding Day, I'm just going to try a different method so I can practice grinding my trucks in preparation for the frontside 50-50. And finally, the last thing I need to do in order to master this trick is the dismount. This is something also completely new to me, because you can say that up to this point I've pretty much been always skateboarding flat ground, so I've never really had to get onto something and then dismount off of it. Like probably the biggest obstacles I've really skateboarded is like banks, and obviously banks are inclined, so I don't really have to do like a dismount like that. So once again, I'll probably just watch a lot of videos on other people's 50-50s and see how they dismount off the ledge, and once again just watch more tutorials, because it'll help me master my technique, and then it will help me to get this frontside 50-50. So if you're in my position and you're currently, you know, quite new to skateboarding and you haven't really worked with ledges before, and then I hope you get some sort of value from my videos, because you can see the things I'm struggling with on my journey to learn these frontside 50-50s, and then hopefully you can incorporate that into your skateboarding so that you don't fall for the same mistakes. And like I would say, if you're like an advanced level skateboarder, just let me know advice and tips on things I can do to learn the frontside 50-50, because I still have a lot to learn. So I just did another session in the skate park, and you remember before how I was saying that I need to break it down into 3 parts, and the first part that I really need to master is the pop. So today I practiced ollieing onto an obstacle, and that was just ollieing onto a curb. And the thing I wanted to achieve from that is to basically just get comfortable with ollieing onto something sideways, and just being comfortable with getting my trucks or my wheels onto the obstacle. So now that I'm familiar with doing that while standing, the next thing from here is to try and do that while moving at a very slow pace. So basically just starting from the very basics of it, and each time I'll just do something to make a very small improvement. And hopefully if I just stick to that and just stay on track and just do everything I possibly can to make sure I'm progressing, and hopefully I'll be able to get that 50-50 very soon. So make sure you stay locked in.